competitor from the Netherlands.
Travel isn't over yet, the rank will go just up.
You look great, classic as fuck all the time.
Wesley, Vissers.
So, last Crank Pump Pro down the hatch, just half a scoop. Because it's morning right now, the day of the carb up. But before we're going to carb up, we are going to go to the armory, the gym, get a very quick upper body pump in there to prime the body, the muscle cells, to take up as much glycogen as possible. You kind of want to start this day nice and hungry, appetite high, to get all those carbs in, because it will be close to 1,000 grams of carbs, of which you will see the details today. So all I did, a little bit of Crank Pump Pro, a little bit of salt, already drank around 1.5 liters of water. Hydration is important, and yeah, then we're gonna go to the gym right now and get a good upper body pump in. Let's go.
So this is a very different workout from before. We are really not looking for a heavy muscle stimulating workout. We're actually just looking for a pump here. So staying slightly higher in the rep range, slightly lower in weight, just to get a good blood flow going, good pump. And once again, a good uptake of glycogen for the post-workout phase, which is when you always are able to uptake more glycogen, especially when you don't have anything in your system, because right now I'm so fasted, just some water in me. Exciting stuff, guys. Now it's time for the back. So chest, 3 sets, that's it. Already got a good pump in the chest, so that's a good sign. Now we're gonna do 3 sets of this lat pull down. A little bit lean back to also hit the the traps, basically the thickness. And when you go up, you stretch out the lats, so you get the entire back basically. No need to fuss around with too many different complicated movements. Oh. Whew. This one actually feels really good. It's a nice reverse fly. It is for the rear delts, of course. So we're gonna target every muscle group with one exercise. And that's it. That's as easy as it can be. Ah, man. Now just the arms and we're done.
Time for meal number 2. So what I do is always alternate in between rice flour, a sweet meal, and regular rice, a savory meal. Then you won't get taste fatigue, because if you eat sweet all the time, you're not really feeling like the next meal, and savory kind of the same thing. So I already put 2 rice servings in here, 130 grams of Uncle Ben's jasmine rice. Put that in here with water, some beautiful turmeric, because we need a golden rice, of course. Also, a little bit of oregano. You can buy, for example, oregano capsules, oil, to help with the digestion. So oregano not only tastes incredible, but it also helps with digestion. And some black pepper. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna create the protein source and a little bit of vegetables like asparagus and some mushrooms to add. So yeah, let's do that. This is beautiful, guys. This is actual wild caught sockeye salmon. So all the fat in here is pure omega-3. And with every meal, just like the cream of rice meal, we had 15 grams of dark chocolate. And normally I would have like 15 grams of peanut butter or almond butter. But what is better, peanut butter or sockeye salmon? I know the answer here. Just gonna look out for the grapes though, for the fish bones, as you can see, but we are used to that. You can't have salmon without some dill, Dutch dill. Look at that, perfection in a skillet. Except for this. Alright, golden rice is done. And now this is for 2 meals. So I'm going to scoop out what I need for one of the meals, which is about, I just calculated but I already forgot, 478 grams of cooked rice. This is Uncle Ben's jasmine rice, as I mentioned, so it contains a bit more moisture. And perhaps tomorrow I'll use the parboiled rice, which contains less moisture, automatically tapering down on the amount of water. So almost there. Just a little bit. Just like that. Kaboom. Now let's actually, with these kind of rice cookers, the bottom always starts to get a little too crispy, so you might want to stir it a little bit like this to prevent that from happening in the second batch. And now it keeps warm until we are back from the DEXA scan, which we'll do after this meal. Which is also going to be pretty nice. Alright, now we're going to add the protein source and the vegetable source. Then add a little bit of salt. The same amount of grinds for cream of rice or the rice, and tomorrow it's going to be less to allow the body to expel the water. But most importantly, you do need salt to load carbohydrates in the body. So we're going to do this a little bit and mix it up. Now we're going to get the secret ingredient, which is the combination of the ultimate French's classic yellow mustard and the Dutch Heinz Zero ketchup. Both have no sodium, and even on here it says 0 calories, so hey, if it says 0, you gotta go for it. So just put a little bit on there, and also a little bit of this. Adding some flavor. And before you forget, one more important thing. As an extra potassium source that we added for the cream of rice with the banana, we're doing the same thing, but this time with the dates for the rice meal. Going to be 25 grams. Just cutting it up a little bit, adding some delicious sweetness. And we actually used to have, well, we got some dates from Dubai last year, which were incredible. But these are pretty good as well. Nice and soft. You want to get the ones with the pit still in, because then it won't dry out as much. And then it's less processed as well, of course. Nice, the dates are pretty much 25 grams each. A little less, but oh well. And then on top, to me, the most important ingredient, the sockeye beautiful salmon. Now, I don't like to eat right away. I always like to clean the pans before eating. And it keeps you a little busy, you know, on a carb load day where you don't have a lot to do and you're not supposed to do a lot, but things like this, it's always a good ritual to have. It's time to relax and eat, guys.
What do you think that Wesley's body fat percentage is gonna be?
I think 3.6. I hope so. And what are you thinking?
3.4.
3.4. And you?
It has to be lower than 4.1 because that's what I had at the lowest point
Ever.
when I won my pro card.
True. But it depends on if you're fitting in the DEXA this time, because normally his arms fell off the machine.
Yeah, so
So
let's
we
see.
will
Let's
see.
see.
Scenario will get a full arm in and it kind of calculates where the other is going to fit. Okay. I'm going to have you scoot down just a tiny bit towards me. Perfect. Alright, and then go ahead and hug your arms as close to your sides as you can for me. Okay.
Zitten we op de vier, dus volgens mij of niet.
Yeah. So the results are in, and we are at about 4.4% body fat, which is very low. It is a different software than the DEXA scanner did in the Netherlands. I mentioned this before, but some DEXA scans they use an algorithm based on the, average American population, and back home, of course, the average Dutch or the European population. So it's never an exact measurement, but if you do it again, then you know the exact difference. So that's the most important thing, but it's always very nice to see this for sure. Right, just got back from the DEXA scan, always a nice little trip, breaking up the day of all the meals, but now it's time for the third meal of the day, and it's once again the exact same as the breakfast, the victory breakfast, but now it's just a victory meal. 130 grams of, this time, I of course took out the real cream of rice, and then 15 grams of dark chocolate, 70 grams of banana, and of course the designer way in delicious white cookies and cream flavor. And also with every single meal I'm having 2 capsules of omega-3, 1 of astragalus for the kidneys, 1 magnesium, and 1 apple cider vinegar. And let's go. Alright guys, this is going to be meal number 8 of the day, which is going to be the final meal of the day. As I told you, alternating between cream of rice and regular rice, same amount of carbs, also adding a date to this as well. But what I also did is the very last portion of salmon, sockeye salmon, is just a bit larger to create a bit more fat content and also diuresis from the protein, because we got to weigh in tomorrow morning. Also added some extra celery and asparagus, once again for the diuresis effect. It's a minor effect, but hey, both of these sources are very healthy for the body anyway, and that's what it's all about as well. So already took my sleep spray from ESN, magnesium, extra omega-3, vitamin D3, all the good stuff to stay healthy and keep the body running properly, keep the metabolism nice and high. The total amount of carbs today was close to 1,000 grams, because normally I would carb up for like 2.5 to 3 days, and now we only have 2 days and my conditioning is better, so we can definitely handle it. And tomorrow, as I mentioned, is going to be the weigh-in, which is going to be very exciting for sure. So looking forward to that. Thank you so very much for watching the video. Once again, the feedback has been amazing. Keep leaving your comments down below. If the comments happen to be turned off, it's a YouTube bug. I keep turning them back on, and the team is also doing their best to keep them turned on, because all I have to do is like push the on button and they're turned back on, but they miraculously turn back off. So whenever you have the chance to leave a comment, leave it. It'll stay there even if the comments are turned off later, but I'll turn them on and the comments will reappear, and I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video, and don't forget to stay